Hello! Today we're gonna play Northern Realms and this is gonna be Radovid Judgement deck. Basically it's a siege deck because of he got reworked, right? Again, or buffed with a new ability in the last developers patch, so I was like, he's very interesting right now. When he released first he was not good, now he's pretty good. And we have the other Radovid too, because we are playing Stockpile leader. So let's begin. So running this deck in Stockpile means you don't have consistency for getting a lot of your cards. So in this deck I've actually put thinning tools to get consistently what you want, especially your siege and all. And as you know, these two got buffed recently, which I don't know whose bright idea was, and this makes these two cards really deadly, especially siege. So let's start. Stockpile is the leader. What it does is, if you have some siege engines or if you have any engines with a cooldown, this reduces the counter by 1 or the cooldown by 1 and spawns a volunteer token next to it. This is an insanely good leader for a siege deck, especially with bunch of machines like reinforcement ballista or caraballista and stuff like that. So yeah, the first card is amphibious assault, because why wouldn't you put this card? This card is insanely good. This is for pulling out a card, that unit that you want. The next one is siege, which is a very good card if you want to bleed your opponents in round 2, win round 1 and bleed round 2. So I'll give you this deck strategy for this in this video like always. King Henselt. So he is another unit that will help you pull a cooldown unit, or unit with crew basically, from your deck. So he's also a thinning card. So you see, first thinning card, second thinning card, but you don't play him in round 1 unless you're really desperate, which you will actually see in this video. I played this round 1, which I don't suggest anybody to, because he's a round 3 card or 2 card, round 2 card if you're bleeding. Radovid, the first Radovid card, and very good leader for Stockpile, because what he does is, when you deploy him, he'll give you a charge ability, and also his order is also, he'll give you a charge ability. So Stockpile in the start has 3 charges, by the end you have 5 charges. And why that is important is because of these 2 cards, or this one card. We put 2 of them in the deck. What they do is boost an allied unit by 2 for each remaining charges. So if you have 5, and they can boost up to, you see, 10. If you have 3, you can only go up to 6 or something. So there you go. That's why I've added him. The next is Radovid Judgement. So he basically is a round 3 thinning card or round 2 bleed thinning card. Once you use all your abilities, he jumps out. He is especially good in this deck because his order says damage an enemy by 0, but increase the value by 1 for each time your leader ability is used. So he's going to get 5 damage. So what happens is, he is basically a 10 for, I don't know, he's 11 for 10 with thinning and removal. Makes him insanely good. Like, I love this card. When I saw this card first, it was really boring, really bad. In the Ada deck, Devotion deck, I literally asked everyone not to play this card, but play another card. But this is really good right now. So maybe I should go check on my Cursed NR Devotion deck and see how good it is. Vernon Roche. So, I've had Vernon as a thinning tool for this deck because we're playing Stockpile and we won't be able to get it. And obviously, if I forgot to mention, this Cursed Scroll is the stratagem, because you need to get some card in your hand. Basically what you do is, if you have this Radovid in your hand in the beginning, just use Cursed Scroll to put him in the bottom and just get any card that you want. So there you go. Vernon Roche lets you play 2 cards from your deck. Do not play this card just like that. If you know what are the cards that are remaining in your deck, you can actually get good value out of him. Or by mistake, you're gonna pull out like a random Henselt or another card which will completely screw up, especially in round 1. Like a siege in round 1 is not good. Foltest Pride. Foltest Pride is actually, we use King Henselt to pull this out. It's a very good machine siege engine unit, and if it has crew ability, the cooldown will go from 4 to 2, so you can ping them after every 2 turns, and with Stockpile you can reduce the cooldown faster, so this is a very good card for this deck. John Natalis, so as you all know, I have him in all of my NR decks. I really like him. He's a very good thinning card, so yes, and we play a lot of warfare in this. War Chariot is another siege. If you want to have a movement synergy, like if you want to move around people or unit, you can use this. Also play this and this next to Henselt for getting value for him. Odrin, I keep adding him in my War Siege deck because I really think this card is very underrated and doesn't see play. He's a very cool card. And for crew, what happens is if you play, you have to play 2 soldiers next to your siege engine for this to get value, for example. So crew says it combines both the melee and range ability, but if you play Odrin next to him, you don't have to play another soldier, so he's a very good card, very underrated. Boiling Oil is for removal, and it will help your cooldowns of your siege engines and machines to go down by 1 because it's a warfare card. Carabalista is another siege engine. Reinforced Ballista is another siege engine which is really good for quick removal and stuff. Temerian Infantry is the combo I spoke about with Radovid. Really helps in protecting your engines, especially in this deck. Siege Masters, you had to have 2 of them because you play a lot of machines and they really help you thin and also reduce cooldown for your engines or machines. So yes. Bombardment, because you play a lot of siege engines. And Cintrian Envoy. So I just have one of them in my deck, one of her in my deck. So what she does is, if you want to play Roach, you can actually look at her, play her, look which card you want to throw in, like with Roach, and then you play Roach. So she helps in that. Siege Tower is another siege engine with vitality, crew and cooldown for Henselt. Karak Marine, because we are playing a devotion deck, and devotion, this will give you 4 boost, so this is a very good devotion card. So there you go. So now let me begin with the deck strat. So basically your leader's 3 charges. What you need to do is have Radovid in hand. So if you're blue coin, you use Cursed Scroll to get him, and then you put him back if you have it in your hand in the first round as a blue coin. You don't have to mulligan him away, you can keep him for the Cursed Scroll to put it in the bottom. So there you go. And what you do is, and then you play him and then use these 2, use some siege engines to start pinging them, making their units lifeless, and then use these guys for a huge tempo, because they're gonna play like boost something by 10 and also, which is insanely good. So you play 2 of them in round 1 because you need to use all your leaders by round 2 or 3 for the Judgement Radovid to come out. So yes, do not use your leader and then play them because you get less value out of them, that's the thing. And you have John Natalis for another quick removal if you want. You can have him to get your Amphibious Assault if you want. He's a very versatile card in this deck, and every single card in this deck are synergistic, which I love. And most of the decks are like that, but we just don't put any random, like how Nilfgaard has a random card just thrown in there, or Skellige has some random neutral in this. This is proper devotion and it's pretty good. I love this. And there you go. If you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the deck, please leave a like, subscribe, and thank you so much for your support. It's nice reading your comments and asking, what deck it is and what card it is and all that. So see you guys later.
blabbing already, but I was just getting started.
Stitches get stitches. You've done it now.
One piece. Fight for it.
Slowing down.
I don't want to die.
Maria!
Could I get for a diamond?
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
form and receive the gift of life.
Tales, Novigrad's built for these. We go in! One!
To the dungeon with it.
I'm an officer and a gentleman. I want to die.
The wood shall turn against you.
I am from nature. Are you?
Right hand for marinated herring.
One piece. Fight for it.
Yeah, I work. Better than working with you.
And onward. to speak its last.